So now we studied about characteristics of equilibrium constant. Characteristics of equilibrium constant. Okay. So now I will explain about characteristics of equilibrium constant. So in characteristics of equilibrium constant, you see concentration. Okay. Here we take concentration. Concentration of reactants or products, pressure, volume, addition of catalyst, and next one is addition of inert gas. Addition of inert gas. Okay, so these are the conditions I take here. You see all of you. So concentration, pressure, volume, addition of catalyst, or addition of inert gas. Okay, so you are doing any one of these, no change the value of equilibrium constant. Okay, so by changing this, there is no change in the value of equilibrium constant. Okay, that means by changing concentration of reactants or products in the equilibrium, there is no change in the value of equilibrium constant. Similarly, by changing pressure or by changing volume also, there is no change in equilibrium constant. And addition of catalyst, by adding catalyst, equilibrium position in forward direction, backward direction, both the direction it changed. That's why there is no change in the value of equilibrium constant. Okay. Similarly, by the addition of inert gas also, there is no change in equilibrium constant value. Okay. That means in these conditions, equilibrium constant is independent. Okay. So these are the conditions. On these conditions, equilibrium constant is not dependent. Okay. So you remember that concentration, pressure, volume, by changing these, there is no change in equilibrium constant value, and by the addition of catalyst or by the addition of inert gas also, there is no change in the value of equilibrium constant. Okay, that means equilibrium constant is independent on concentration, change in concentration, pressure change, volume change, addition of catalyst or addition of inert gas. Okay, so you remember that in all these conditions it is not changed. So on which condition it depends. So when this equilibrium constant value is changed, now we have to study equilibrium constant. The value of equilibrium constant is changed when there is change in temperature. Okay. So by changing temperature, equilibrium constant value changed. That means equilibrium constant, it depends on temperature. So how it depends on temperature, now we have to study it by taking an equation which is called as Want of equation. Okay. So you have to explain about dependence of equilibrium constant on temperature, we use Want of equation. The Want of equation is d of ln k by dt is equal delta h by RT square. Okay, this is called Want of equation. D of ln k by dt is equal delta h by RT square. Okay, by using this, if you have to take two rate constants, and it can be simplified like this: log of k2 by k1 is equal delta h by 2.30 or 1 by t1 minus t2. Okay, so by taking two rate constants, you have to take like this. So you see here k1, it is equilibrium constant at temperature T1. So at temperature T1, equilibrium constant is K1, and K2, it is also equilibrium constant. It is at temperature T2. Okay, so we take two temperature T1 and T2. At T1, equilibrium constant is K1. At T2, equilibrium constant is K2. Okay, and here T1, T2 are temperatures. In these two temperatures, T2 is greater than T1. Okay, that means T2 is highest temperature. Okay, so how equilibrium constant is depends on temperature, we will explain by taking this. Okay, so in that we take a case, that is first case. In the first case, we have to apply for an exothermic reaction. Okay, now I take here an exothermic reaction, right? In exothermic reaction, what is takes place? If you have to take an exothermic reaction, in that reaction, amount of heat energy was released. So, in a reaction, if heat energy was released, then the value of delta H, it can be taken as negative. Okay, if you have to take an exothermic reaction, in that reaction delta H is negative. So if delta H is negative in exothermic reaction, here you get negative value. When you get negative value, total this can be present as negative. So this equation we have to write like this. Then log of K2 by K1. Okay, it is total negative. So we write less than 0 because it is negative value. Okay, so when you have to write separately for this, log K2 less than log K1. Okay, by removing log values we write K2 less than K1. Okay, so in exothermic reaction what is takes place? Equilibrium constant at temperature T2 is less than equilibrium constant at temperature T1. Okay, K2 it is temperature T2, that means it is at high temperature and it is at low temperature. So by increasing temperature, here equilibrium constant value is decreases. So here what you have to tell, in an exothermic reaction, if you take an exothermic reaction, if temperature is increases, because T1 to T2 temperature increases, so if temperature is increases, equilibrium constant value decreases because here K2 less than K1. Okay, so it indicates what? By increasing temperature, here equilibrium constant values decreases. Okay, so it in which condition? In an exothermic reaction. Okay, right, it is first case. So in exothermic reaction, by increasing temperature, equilibrium constant value is decreases. Right, now we have to take another condition. So here for an endothermic reaction, now we apply this for an endothermic reaction. So which is called an endothermic reaction? Endothermic reaction means in that amount of heat energy was absorbed. Okay, so in a reaction, if amount of heat energy was absorbed, in that delta H can be taken as positive. So in endothermic reaction, delta H can be taken as positive. Okay, so delta H is positive means this value is greater than 0. So how can you write here? Log K2 by K1 greater than 0. Okay, so log K2 by K1 greater than log K2 greater than log K1. Okay, so from this K2 greater than K1. Okay, so in endothermic reaction what is takes place? You see, by increasing temperature increases, then equilibrium constant value also increases because K2 it is at temperature T2. Here equilibrium constant value increases by increasing temperature. Okay, that means in endothermic reaction, equilibrium constant value is increases by increasing temperature. In exothermic reaction, by increasing temperature, equilibrium constant value decreases. It is second case. And now we take third one. Okay, in third case, delta H, it is we have to take it as 0. Okay, so when you have to take delta H is 0, so what you have to write? Log K2 by K1, it is equal to 0. So log K2 by K1 is equal to 0 means K2 by K1, it is nothing but 1. Okay, that indicates K1 is equal to K2. So if delta H value is 0, that means neither amount of heat energy absorbed or released, then what is takes place? Equilibrium constant values are equal. Okay, so it is temperature dependence. Okay, so you remember that equilibrium constant, it depends on temperature. Okay, it only depends on temperature mainly. So in endothermic reaction it is increases, and in exothermic reaction it is decreases, and it is not depends on concentration, pressure, volume, addition of catalyst and addition of inert gas. Okay, so you remember that equilibrium constant, it mainly depends on temperature. By changing temperature, equilibrium constant value also change. Okay, so it is one factor, and another factor is reaction stoichiometry. Reaction stoichiometry. So you see here equilibrium constant, it depends on reaction stoichiometry also. Okay, reaction stoichiometry means it is nothing but based on the coefficients. Okay, so when we have to write a reaction by changing coefficients, then place equilibrium constant value also changed. Okay, so how it is changed, now we have to see by taking some examples. So first I take an example, you see all of you. A gives B. Okay, here equilibrium constant can be taken as K1. Okay, so here K1 is equal to product concentration by reactant concentration. Okay, for this reaction. Now here I take the reaction like this. B gives A. Okay, so when you have to see these two reactions, here A is product. It can be taken as K2. So now K2 is equal to, we write product concentration by reactant concentration. Here product is A. So product concentration by reactant concentration. Now here we want to write the relation between these two equations. Okay, so when you have to see in these two equations, reactants and products that are interchanged. Okay, so when it is takes place, if the reaction is reversed, here equilibrium constants that are inversed. Okay, so in place of K2 what you have to write? 1 by K1. Okay, so when the reaction is inversed, here this K2 and K1 value, this can be present as inverse. Okay, that's why for K2 what you have to write? 1 by K1. Okay, it is one condition. And if you take another reaction like this, you see A gives B, it is K1. Now I can divide the reaction of A gives of B, it is K2. Okay, so here if you have to divide by 2, okay, so then the relation between K2 and K1 is, here K2 is equal to K1 power of, we take. Okay, so for second reaction, you see here it is divided with 2. So when we have to divide it like this, the relation between these two is K2 is equal to K1 power of. Okay, power of means it we have to write like this also, root K1. K2 is equal root K1. Okay, this when we have to apply by dividing. Okay, if you have to dividing, for which value you have to divide it, that value you have to write like this. Okay, right. And next, another condition, A gives B, it is K1. Now this equation we have to take in multiplication, NA NB, it is K2. Okay, so here we have to take 1 by 2, that's why here we have to write on power 1 by 2, but in place of 1 by 2 here we have to use N, it is multiplication. So on multiplication, K2 is equal to K1 power N. Okay, so here 1 by 2 is there, that's why on power we write 1 by 2. In place of 1 by 2 here N is present, so on power we write N. Okay, so on multiplication, that you have to write that coefficient on power. On dividing, the dividing value you have to write like this. Okay, so these some conditions in reaction stoichiometry. Okay, right. And you see another one, here we have to take a reaction. If it is inversed, the value also inversed, that's why K2 is equal to 1 by K1. If it is divided, we have to take it as root. If it is multiplied, which value you have to multiply, that you have to write on the power. Okay, right. Now we take another one. A gives B, it is K1. B gives C, it is K2. C gives D, it is K3. Okay, now what about A gives D? This is the question. Okay, if like this question is present, when you have to see here, by the addition of these are cancelled. So what is remaining? A gives D is present. Okay, so from that, for this reaction, K is equal to, you have to write like this, K1 into K2 into K3. That means when a reaction you have to write in stepwise manner, then equilibrium constants we can do in multiplication. Okay, so this reaction you have to write in step manner. So when you have to write in step manner that are multiplied, then you can get equilibrium constant. Okay, right. And next condition, you see A gives B, it is K1. C gives D, it is K2. Okay, so by taking this, here I have to doing two conditions. One is addition. Okay, so on addition these, what you have to get? A plus C gives B plus D. Okay, so on addition, here the K value is this, we can add it. So added means nothing but it is multiplication. So what you can write, K is equal, here K is equal to take K1 into K2. So when two reactions we can add it, then equilibrium constant K is multiplication we have to do it. Okay, right. And next subtraction. In the reaction, if you have to subtract these two, how can you write subtraction? A minus C gives B minus D. Okay, so what you have to write in here, we can subtract this. So A minus C, B minus D. Okay, actually in equations, minus term we not consider. So this we have to write like this. A plus D, B plus C. Okay, minus you write on this side and this minus you write on this. So A plus D, B plus D. This indicates what? Subtraction. Okay, so when we can subtract it like this, here the K value. Okay, this we have to write like this, K1 by K2. First equation equilibrium constant by second equation equilibrium constant. Okay, like that we have to do it. It is an addition, we can multiply this. On subtraction we can divide the values. Okay, so by changing the stoichiometric coefficients, here equilibrium constant value changed. Okay, that's why we have to tell that equilibrium constant value, it mainly depends on temperature, and another condition is reaction stoichiometry. Here reaction stoichiometry means we change the coefficients. By changing the coefficient, equilibrium constant value also changed. Okay, but mainly it depends on temperature. By changing temperature, equilibrium constant values are changed. Okay, these are characteristics of equilibrium constant. You remember, equilibrium constant is not depends on concentration, pressure, volume, addition of catalyst and addition of inert gas. It only depends on temperature and reaction stoichiometry.